Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles. I am here today by myself because Kneon is elsewhere. So today, when I was, trying to find something to do a video on, I got a little distracted because we normally start doing videos earlier in the day, but due to some weirdness about a power line, like a power pole catching on fire, we didn't have any power until like an hour ago. So we're doing this a little later, but I started searching for something to do a video on. And imagine my surprise when I stumbled across an article on Cartoon Brew. Mindy Kaling is back, guys. What could possibly go wrong? I don't understand the thought process. Apparently, she's going to produce a feature animated film for Paramount. I would really love to know why, when people keep failing, they fail upwards. Like, is there like an overabundance of money that they just want to flush down the toilet, especially at Paramount when they're not doing that great? We got Warner Brothers over there doing stuff that you're like questioning everything they do, especially when it came to the Minecraft movie. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Some of the choices they made with what looks like in that movie. But at Paramount, they're, having all kinds of struggles and everything else. So their bright idea was to get Mindy Kaling, who ruined Velma, who on Rotten Tomatoes has a 38 and a 10% for the first season. Their brilliant idea was, let's give her her own show. And it gets even worse, guys. I can't even tell you. So before we get into it any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a woohoo, and we're going to talk about this. So I wish I was kidding. So Mindy Kaling's on board to produce a feature at Paramount Animation. Now, Mindy Kaling, again, as I want to remind you, did the lovely Velma that everyone was united in hating on. If you recall, initially, if you question anything about the show, you were a racist, sexist troll and everything else because, Velma's not white now and all this other stuff. But when everyone collectively hated the show, that narrative somehow went away. It isn't applying now because, they agree with you the show sucks. If you had some people who liked the show, they would still be leading with it. Well, because the bigots and the trolls tanked the show, but it was universally hated. So at least we're stepping over that argument. But when you go out here, we'll go over here to like season 2. It came out earlier this year. It did not do well either, 13%. The reviews are not great. Let me click on the reviews here. We'll take a look at some of the comments. Absolutely terrible. It's slightly better than the first season, but that's not saying much. Save your time and just let the show be canceled like it should have been. You will enjoy looking at a rock more than watching this atrocity. I really can't understand what would possess Mindy Kaling to make this show so uncouth, and really could have been a great Scooby-Doo remake, but it looks like Mystery Incorporated will remain king. And then they said, there's one person down here, there's different reviews. One person had given it 3 stars, and this is interesting. I didn't hate it as much as some people. And as a simple vehicle for zingers, accompanying a mostly nonsensical plot, sounds great. It is at least mildly entertaining. If this concept dies due to lack of popularity, then at the very least, I hope the writers and the animation studio get a crack at putting out another show. Well, hot damn, Mindy Kaling is getting a crack at putting out another show. And you think it can't get worse? Just wait, it can. So, actress Mindy Kaling is on board to produce a new untitled animated comedy for Paramount Animation. The film is currently in development. The feature is written by, I don't know how to say this, Athil Chaturvedi. Sorry if I say your name wrong. I am not good with names, so I'm going to call you AC. Written by AC and Justin Soul. 2 newcomers without any previous writing credits. So, Paramount is giving Mindy Kaling another crack at an animated film after she ruined Velma. All right. And to make it worse, they brought in 2 writers without any credits other than AC apparently had previously worked as a writing intern at Nickelodeon. So after working as an intern at Nickelodeon, they probably weren't good enough to get hired. So Paramount decided to give Mindy Kaling her own movie and hire these 2. No experience. Literally, there are so many people out there that have experience that you probably could have hired. But here we go. So, we're going to leave with that. Okay, let's see what else. Kaling, who first drew attention for her writing and acting on The Office, again, she was one of many writers, will produce with Jay Brown and Ty Smith. Sean Wong, director animation development, is overseeing for Paramount Animation, according to Deadline, who I guess dropped the story. According to Deadline, the film takes viewers to a world with a wish fulfillment message that is comedic and heartfelt. Wish. They're doing Wish. So we got Mindy Kaling. Mindy Kaling, who completely found a way to ruin Scooby-Doo. Okay. And you got two writers who have no previous writing credits, except for one was a writing intern at Nickelodeon. And you're going to put all your money and bank on this to do a movie that sounds like Wish. Again, at this point, is Hollywood just deliberately trying to flush money? Did they need like another write-down at Paramount? Or what? I'm not saying this movie's going to be bad. I mean, the writers themselves, not having experience, I'm not so worried about, except for the fact that it's led by Mindy Kaling. She's producing this movie, and she hasn't done a great job previously. Okay? Kaling's last foray into animation production was the Max series Velma, a gory and adult series based on Scooby-Doo characters, which reimagined the character of Velma Dinkley as a bisexual South Asian American. Again, do you remember? Oh, if you didn't like Velma, it's because you were against South Asian people, and you were racist, and you were a bigot, and you were sexist, and all the other stuff. Till Velma came out, everybody united in not liking this show. Across the board, you have a few people who liked it, but for the most part, the majority did not like the show. So now we're not getting that narrative. Isn't that interesting how that works, right? Like The Acolyte, for example. You have these diehard fans and the media that keep pushing this narrative that it's racist and the bigots and the trolls and the white straight dudes that are stopping The Acolyte. They tried the same argument for Velma until the show came out, and then everybody saw how shitty it was. And isn't it amazing how that all went away? Funny how that works, right? So besides executive producing the series, Kayla also voiced Velma, of course, because, so Kaling's probably going to make herself the star of this one, too. And also did Inside Out, which she did Disgust, and then Monsters at Work. So, yeah, a lot of us understand and relate to the Disgust character. But there you have it, guys. Paramount's big plan for a movie is going to be Mindy Kaling producing with two writers who have no credit on a movie that sounds just like Wish. What could possibly go wrong with this decision? Seriously, I don't understand it. I just cannot wrap my head around it. Like, my mind cannot process the level of stupidity that this is. Like, it just is not even computing because it's so dumb. I don't understand it. Like, talk about failing up. Where else are you going to have like such a terrible, like, disaster as Velma and still get a whole other show? Can't wait to see what this one's going to be, what they're going to call this one. But we'll have to find out. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Comment and subscribe, and we'll see you. Bye.